Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ray, and today's video, it's going to be a little bit different from my other ones. We are going to be diving into a week in life of my English graduate program / student life.
Can't think straight. My mind is rushing of words that you won't take. Notice of the way you feel safe. Everything I do, I'm too late. I know this.
I don't know if this video has been made on YouTube already. I'm pretty sure it has been. I wanted to share my take on what life is like for a Master of Arts student in English. I feel like a lot of videos I've seen in the past where people talk about their college life, it's always been super positive and super curated and perfect and all that. But I think in reality, something that we don't really remember is that life isn't always that perfect and life isn't always that great all the time. And so I just want to take you guys with me for a week in my graduate student life, and this is a pandemic edition because, you know, we're still in a pandemic. So all my classes, and when I say all my classes, I really am only taking one class a semester. My class is online right now, so we have assignments that are due on Google Classroom, on Twitter, blog posts and all that, and essays. But then we will also meet up for 1 hour every Thursday nights to talk about what we read, discuss things that we found interesting in these readings and all that jazz. But I'm very grateful that I had decided to document my week-long journey of studying as an English graduate student. Let's jump right into a week in the life of an English graduate student, pandemic edition.
When I'm around you.
Okay, we good? We good. This week I have a lot of things to do for class, and I normally don't get to vlog my graduate program experience because it is so hectic and everything happens so quickly. Like, my semesters fly by and I don't even know what I did that semester. This week I have 4 readings to do, and 2 of them are scholarly essays and the other 2 are just like Tumblr posts that my professor assigned to us because these are writers who actually write on Tumblr. And I love that about my class and my professor, is that she actually uses social media in a way where it is very beneficial to our learning. I also have this book that I have to read for the next week, but it is a really thick book, so I do want to get a head start on this. Ooh, look at the light. This is the life of an English major trying to read 4 readings and half of a book. I'm trying to finish all my writing and my essay by Thursday, actually, because I have somewhere to go on Friday. So we'll see how that goes. Welcome to my dorm room. Just kidding, this is my apartment room and it is really small. It does look like a dorm, actually. It's one linear room and I have everything placed linearly.
With you, I don't mind when I'm around.
Because when I was in architecture school, I didn't vlog, and I wish I did, because then I would have all these memories of me and my classmates and all that, and I just never did because YouTube wasn't like a thing that I wanted to do back then, and I just never thought of vlogging as a means of documenting things and journal entries in visual formats. So I really want to do that with my grad school as I'm aiming for my master's in English. This is the first reading I have to read. So far I'm already like a quarter through, and I've already marked up a lot of things that I want to use as discussion points for my class next week. This is the autobiography of my novel by Alexander Chi. So, whoa, I'm so red in this shot. I don't know, how do I fix this? It looks really red, like I look drunk in here. Why is that? Right now I'm taking an Asian American, no, sorry, that's not the name of the course. The course's name is 21st Century Asian American Literature, basically just like contemporary Asian American literature. I really wanted to take this course since I got accepted into this program. And the reason is, obviously, I'm Asian American. A large part of me wants to understand my identity here as an Asian American better. I just feel like growing up, there were just so many different voices in my head telling me that I should be this or that, or I'm not this enough or that enough. I'm hoping that this course would kind of shed some light on where I stand as a human being on this earth. Personally, prefer reading Asian American literature a lot in my downtime. Like, my favorite author in the moment right now is Celeste Ng, and I love both her two novels. This is Lisa Ko's The Leavers, and I love this novel so much. There's just so many typos in this book. It is insane. Like, I've never read a book where I had to circle at least like 5 words throughout the entire book where the publisher's editor should have caught. That's a great book, and I wish I vlogged this because it was great discussion points with that book. What was I talking about? Oh yes, my class. Yeah, so I do like reading Asian American literature. I just think that there's a voice that a lot of people don't necessarily hear often, because I think the whole model minority myth and then the whole stereotype that Asian Americans are very quiet and they don't have much to say, and I think that kind of hinders a lot of Asian American writers. Because of that, I think for the longest time there just wasn't any representation in the market for Asian Americans, and now we see all these Asian American writers and authors winning all these prizes and awards and recognition, which I am so proud of. A lot of my friends actually say and tell me that they loved reading Lisa Ko's The Leavers. They loved reading Celeste Ng's Everything I Never Told You. And I really think it's because for the longest time we've been having this Asian American literature drought, and finally, you know, more of these books come to light and people are realizing that they're really missing out on these amazing works of art and literature. It warms my heart to know people are feeling that way for Asian American literature and just Asian American culture in general, actually.
I can't think straight. My mind is rushing of words that you won't take. Notice of the way you feel safe. Everything I do, I'm too late. All this takes more than just 3 months for someone like you. More than just your trust before I might lose. Learning all the things that make you you. My heart is beating faster than the world I keep inside. And yeah, you make me nervous, that's the story of my life. And I should be embarrassed, but with you I don't mind when I'm around you. Ooh, I'm just glad I found you.
Today's Monday and I am heading to the grocery store in the morning. Morning, it was almost afternoon. It's like 11:30 now, and I'm gonna have to get some food for the week, otherwise I'll be starving to death. Let's go.
Your music found a way into my ears. My heart is beating faster than the world I keep inside. And yeah, you make me nervous, that's the story of my life. And I should be embarrassed, but with you.
So one of the tasks I have to do today is I have to annotate this book, The Leavers by Lisa Ko, which I already did pretty much when I was reading. But my assignments for Sunday is to annotate a spread in this book. So it's 2 pages, back and front, or just kind of like this, facing pages. And I have to write a close reading essay on it. I really don't like writing close reading essays. First, have to find a spread that I like, and I'm hoping I could find one that I liked. There's just so many to choose from, and it is really hard to choose at this point. I got this chrysanthemum drink from Yo's. It is right now 12:30 and I have not had breakfast yet, so I'm gonna get some breakfast and get to work. Okay, a quick little update. I found the passage that I want to write about, and it is between pages 332 to 333, and I have it marked here. So I'm gonna be close reading this spread, and I'm gonna be annotating it, which I already kind of did. I always mark up my books directly on the book. I know people don't like that. I love doing this. Like, every time I read a book, it's almost like my own journal, and I just mark it up crazy all the time. I even have notes like, if you guys can see it, but WTF here, and I was like, oh girl, you do the most. And I wrote like shake my head over here because the character in this novel, this specific character, is just annoying. It talks about the main character going between China and America and him living a dual identity basically, and just the internal struggle of trying to figure out where you belong. And I love how the ending goes. If he couldn't feel at home in China, if he didn't belong in Ridgeboro, then where did that leave him? And I just think it's so powerful because it's like, being an Asian American, I a lot of times don't know where I belong. And like, when I go back to China, I don't feel like I belong there because I have a certain American accent when I speak the language, and I just don't know where things are. I don't know how to travel and get places. And when I'm back here, I feel like I'm losing that part of me because I don't get to practice my Chinese here. I don't get to live the culture, you know? I feel really connected to this book personally. I think it's a great piece of literature. If you guys have not read it before, you should pick it up. It's called The Leavers by Lisa Ko. It's just another Friday night. 100 JPEG files filling up my hard drive. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I just imported a scan of the spread, which I took with my phone, so it's not like the best quality. Like, I don't have a scanner. Like, come on. Name a millennial out there who actually owns a scanner and a printer. I don't have it.
My mind is rushing of words that you won't take notice of the way you feel safe. Everything I do, I'm
getting ready to film a video for RayARCH channel. I am currently drinking this. This is the yogurt drink that you see on that television show in China called Keep Running. So delicious. I am in love with this drink, and I just wish it was not as thick because the consistency is very like goopy peach, or I should say, I think it's apricot actually. I think it's apricot and oats in them. So I really like the oats. It tastes really good in here. It's just really thick, and it feels like I need a spoon to really eat the rest of it. I think as long as you shake it up really well, like, it tastes really good.
and I should be embarrassed, but with you, I don't.
So good. Making dinner. That's an egg. Kimchi ramyun. Got dinner soon. For tonight we have kimchi ramyun with real kimchi. I love kimchi so much. I also fried an egg. When they say that English students don't have a lot to do, like, they're lying. The amount of reading you need to do for these graduate classes is crazy. Worth it though, but still very crazy. And reading takes time. Like, for me, I'm a fairly slow reader, so I tend to require a lot more time than the average student, and yeah, that kind of sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my dinner now, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow maybe.
Be embarrassed, but with you, I don't mind when I'm around you.
Good morning, guys. I am vlogging with this camera today, and I had just finished my second Alexander Chi reading, and it is very therapeutic to read what he's writing. Like, I feel like it speaks to me a lot because I am a writer, and, you know, I'm studying English right now, and this reading in particular, it's called Being an American Writer, and I think it's so raw, and for an essay that I've read in a long time, like, I feel like this is one of the most raw pieces I've ever read. And he just really gets right in there, and he talks about, you know, the end of the world and death, just writing through all of it. And I think it's really interesting the way he puts things. So I'm done with it, and I had marked up all my notes here. You guys need some playlists to listen to while you read. I highly recommend just going on YouTube and finding a bunch of like playlist videos. Like this one in particular, they have like so many songs here, and I feel like it's enough for me to sit through one reading and just have really chill vibe music. So this is what I'm reading right now. This is One Way to Dance by Sejal Shah, and that's it. So these are my granny's jade dumplings. The dumpling sauce that I'm using right now, it is by Wanjia Shan, and it is the best dumpling sauce, pot sticker sauce. Sweet-ish, savory for sure, and a little bit sour and vinegary. And I like it more than the Kikkoman. I like it more than all the Hong Kong brands. Like, those got nothing on the Wanjia Shans, okay? Quick little taste test. So good.
What it's like to love someone.
So I decided to take another break. I know I should be taking a break because I actually have a paper to write, but I actually have 2 more of these posters, and after I put this one up, I was like, okay, it looks kind of nice over there in the little corner, but then it also looks very lonely, and I'm like, I think I should just put the rest up because I think it's time.
Will you be by my side? If I stay one more night, will you just hold me tight? You took all of me the very moment I laid eyes on you. I'll give you everything. In exchange, I'll ask nothing of you. Why can't you see?
Oh my god, the sunlight. Am I glowing right now? Is this better? I gotta stop playing around. Like, I really gotta crack down on this whole reading comprehension thing because I can't focus. Alright, so I finished the formal essay that Sejal Shah had written. English major, come on. Clearly my brain is not working, but I'm so happy I came across this YouTube playlist called Just Another Japanese Indie Folk Playlist by Moksori's Playlists. Like, okay, maybe not the song, but like the song that I was just playing I really liked, and I'm just discovering all these amazing indie folk style Japanese songs, and it's really my vibe right now. Like, if you know me, you guys would probably know that I am in love with so many different music genres, and I don't just cater to one. Like, I love pop, but I also love rap, I also love hip-hop, I also love J-pop, I love K-pop. I also listen to a lot of Latinx music, and recently, I don't know why, but like I'm on a binge on Giancarlos's past works. Like, I don't mind his new material, but I really, really like his older material, which are like the 2010s era. Literally, I am just sitting here contemplating what to eat for dinner, and by the time I make up my mind, all the restaurants will be closed, and then I'll have to cook myself, and I don't want to cook. I'm so tired of cooking. Just had to check on my plants really quickly because my plants have not been doing well lately. Like, my aloe vera is dying. You can tell this one is just super... she's about to fall off pretty much.
I am yours. Tell me you're mine, and I'll want more. Just hold my hand, even for a while, and then maybe you'll understand what it's like to love someone who doesn't love you back. I'll take my time, I'll be fine. These feelings will fade away. I'll take my time, I'll be fine.
Just found out that the verdict for Breonna Taylor's case, it's like, okay, I didn't expect them to to actually find justice for her. I didn't expect the system to do it right. But hearing it out loud and the fight isn't over. There is a lot more work to do.
I laid eyes on you. I'll give you everything. In exchange, I'll ask nothing.
So, can a criminal case help a civil case? Yes, because if you met that high burden, then the lower burden that's used in a civil court, you definitely can meet that because you just met the highest burden. Now, can a civil case help a criminal? Not really. Not really. Just because you're held civilly liable doesn't mean that a jury will believe that a prosecutor met their high burden, right? This case, way too long. 194 days, out of control. It shouldn't have taken this long, which is why it wasn't surprising that the civil happened before the criminal. But it also wasn't surprising that the city didn't want to put this through a trial. They had to settle. I mean, this was just very obvious, like civilly. The officers did. Why aren't the officers facing grand jury? So they're just going to get off? They did. All three of them had a grand jury. This grand jury hearing was for all three of these officers. What evidence was presented? Don't know, because the grand jury process is secret. Why did it take so long? It went from one hand to another. Then you had like simultaneous investigations happening at the same time. You had the prosecutor waiting on, or the special prosecutor, Daniel Cameron, waiting on the internal investigation of the police department, and then he wanted to also know the findings of the federal investigation that's still pending, and then he wanted his own internal investigation. So all of that, and then with ballistics, and then you're dealing with three officers who potentially had three different roles. So should it have taken this long? No, but I can understand why it would have taken longer than the usual. What can you do as citizens? I mentioned this earlier. If you guys are just tuning in, you have to serve as jurors, man. Like I'm telling you, I know you think you got other things to do, but right now, I guarantee there's a few of y'all, and I'm not trying to preach, but how many of y'all have tried to get out of jury duty and now are infuriated by this decision by the grand jury? Now, whether you would have been on this grand jury or not is not the point. The point is, we have to encourage our people to serve, because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, that defendant or that victim will look like us, especially the defendant. And I've always prayed not to say that because you're black, you're automatically going to vote like me. No. Or you're automatically going to believe my client who's black. No. What I'm saying is that we need different perspectives, different backgrounds. Even how you evaluate cases are different. As a prosecutor, I looked at cases differently than my white counterpart. And it was because of my background. There were certain phrases, certain cultural things that would happen that they didn't necessarily understand. You need those perspectives, and that's what you need in a grand jury or trial jury or jury in general. So you just have to serve. You can't try to get out of it. You can't.
Okay, so I'm done writing for the day. I am tired. I'm not gonna write anymore. So I'm making this tonight. It is karaage chicken, and I've never had this before. The instructions are pretty simple, so I'm hoping that it's not gonna be too hard to make. Literally, I just have to pop this into the microwave for like 90 seconds and it should be good apparently. But I don't know, 90 seconds seems like a pretty short time in a microwave, but... I think it's not cold. Oh, maybe it was just chilling in the microwave for too long. 30 more seconds should do it. This is how it looks like. As you can tell, I kind of started breaking down the presentation of the food already. The moment of truth, does it actually taste good? That's always the biggest dilemma, isn't it? Big piece. I think I should have diluted that sauce with water, maybe. I don't know, it's really strong. It's so salty though, like that's the thing. The store-bought sauce, like the pre-made sauce, is just so salty. I would give this like a 4 out of 10. But the karaage chicken, that chicken, 10 out of 10.
My is rushing of words that you won't take. Notice of the way you feel safe. Everything I do, I'm too late. I know this takes more than just 3 months for someone like you. More than just your trust before I might lose. Learning all the things that make you you. My heart
Undefinable kind of reinventions of genre. And so, yeah, I thought that was a really cool thing to point out. And it kind of connects back to the metaphor of dance, right? Because the way she describes essays kind of feels like dance too, right? The way she's talking about sort of like twirling and moving in between spaces and all of that. And so as all of you work on your assignments and things, just think of your writing as a dance that's fluid and exciting. That will help, right? I think, maybe. So a reminder that your close reading assignments are due at the end of the day on Sunday, but you're all welcome to have an extension if you like. I'm happy to give you more time. So just shoot me an email or a tweet or whatever. All right, continue taking care of yourselves. Your health and well-being is #1 always. So hang in there, everybody, and I will see you online and talk to you next week, okay? All right, bye, everybody.
So Thursday nights I tend to treat myself to takeout, and I'm gonna order my dinner right now, and then I'm gonna talk to you guys later.
glad I found you.
No. I literally dropped the fucking camera. Did I break my keyboard? Oh my god. I ended up writing, where is it? Where'd it go? This. Did you eat trimmings? Oh my god. That was hilarious.
Fits right with mine.
We are going to learn the days of the month and the days of the week.
I can't think straight. I can't think straight. My heart is beating faster than the world I keep inside. And yeah, you make me nervous, that's the
I am so tired right now, but I think I so far have most of what I need for this essay. It is a lot of ideas mushed into one paper right now, so I really have to go in and like figure out what to cut out, what to keep, and how it kind of ties into the thematic idea that I have, and that is the duality of identity and a sense of belonging to a space in America. Almost every single line here is meaningful. That's how good this book is. Every single paragraph has a specific tie to the overarching theme of the book, and because this is a close reading exercise, like, you are expected to dive deep into every single word, every single syntax, grammar, dialogue, whatnot. And because of that, like, I have so many things to write, and I simply just can't write something and then move on. Like, all these ideas that I want to put into this paper, and now I'm just worried because it's like there's so much going on at this point, and I'm like, I don't know if my professor's gonna be okay with this being so thick and heavy of a close reading essay. Is that even a research paper? Like, a research paper would actually be even longer. Honestly, if I actually did research on this, I would probably have at least 20 pages by now, and I know I have to edit down everything, but it's just a lot. Okay, it's a lot darker now because I'm actually heading out to my parents' place right now. Have everything packed up right now. Okay, made it back to my parents' place, into my old bedroom. And Pikachu's still here. And what do I want to say? Oh, yeah, so our plans for tomorrow is canceled because My sister wanted to be a jerk, so plans canceled.
I know this takes more than just 3 months for someone like you.
I don't know why I decided to do this vlog, because now I'm looking like a total trash. Look at my face, it's so greasy right now. It is 5:52 p.m. on Saturday. I have forgotten to vlog the beginning of Saturday, which is today. I woke up at 10 a.m. I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night, which is in the morning. Woke up at 10 a.m. and I just went into writing, and now I have a paper, like a paper. I am so greasy. This is so disgusting. I've never filmed like this. Oh my god, don't look at me. But I have a paper now, and I have a total of 8 pages, and my professor was requesting a 3 to 4 page essay. It always ends up like this. I always end up with more pages than my professor wants. And of course, it's not an issue. Like, no one's gonna say that, oh, you exceeded the maximum of pages. Like, it's not a thing in English school. But it is courtesy to kind of not have your professor read through 8 pages of potentially BS. Like, because I don't know if this is like good writing or not until my professor sees it. And I can only be my own critic for so much. And so I think this paper is good to go, but I still want to make some edits before I submit it, because I do have, again, 8 pages of text. And if I can get my ideas out in just 3 to 4 pages, that is perfect, of course. At least I actually wrote a lot, and I did a lot of editing today, so that's great. I just don't know, like, I'm not confident with this paper, obviously. I'm never confident with the papers I submit, but I am happy that I got everything done. I have tomorrow left, and the rest of tonight, obviously, to really clean everything up. And tomorrow I have a full day to do it, but I am trying to do some self-care, like work out, meditate, and all that tomorrow, so hopefully I can do that. That's pretty much it for Saturday.
My heart is beating faster than the world I keep inside. And yeah, you make me nervous, that's the story of my life.
Okay, I'm back at my apartment, and I don't know, I feel like my energy right now is just so drained. Because every time I travel back and forth between my apartment and my parents' place, it's, even though it's like not a super long distance, I still feel like I just got off a plane. But yeah, now I have to get to reading. I need to read 100 pages of this book. I have to submit my paper by tonight. I also have to sleep early because I got work early tomorrow morning. I'm loving this book. It's a really big book, but I am loving it so far. Like, you have no idea. This book reminds me of reading as if I'm reading a Studio Ghibli film, because that's how whimsical Ruth Ozeki writes, and I just love her. There's just this naivety and this simplicity in her language and the words she chooses that makes this book a really great read. I've decided to say screw it, just submit it, get it out of the way so I can do other things, because right now, the longer this paper sits in my computer, the less I want to move on and do other things. It's past 3 p.m. right now, and I just want to submit this, so I'm going to do it right now. Really scared, really nervous about submitting this, but I want to show you guys really quickly what I wrote. Here's my paper. It is at 9 pages long, but that also includes the works cited page, so don't worry about that. Alright, I'm about to submit this paper, and why am I so scared? I'm so scared. Oh, okay, it's uploading. It uploaded. It just uploads? I don't even get to like, oh, okay, there we go. Turn it in. When you're ready to submit all your files for this assignment, remember to turn it in. Okay. Over here we have close reading essay, which is the essay that I've been working on for the past week or so. And over here is my annotation assignment, which I am very proud of. I think it looks really great. Here we go. Turn it in. Turning it in now. Oh my god. I turned it in. I'm done. Okay, this vlog is finally over.
I felt a chemistry when I looked at you and you with me. I didn't wanna reveal like how it made me feel. A different kind of rush. Had to keep it on a hush. This is familiar territory, and I know how the story ends. A little touchy touch in the moment of lust. Is that how you measure love?
Alright, that is it for my week-long vlog on a week in the life of an English graduate student. And I hope this video helps clarify for those of you who are prospective students of English graduate programs. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.
'Cause I'm more than a woman, and I'm more than a kiss, more than a touch, and I'm more than a body to take. I got a heart with a shield, and it's made out